Hi, I'm Julian from Coffee House Guitars, and today we're looking at this Fender Custom Shop 62 Relic Strat, which is a master build. It's Mark Kendrick from 2007. Obviously you can see that it's in a beautiful three-tone sunburst finish, obviously nitrocellulose, fairly moderate amounts of relicing on it. It's been done in quite a quite a subtle but very authentic way. Two-piece alder body on this one. Obviously maple neck with a rosewood board. One of the things to note as well is that despite what the Fender spec sheet says, this does have a vintage frets, not the medium jumbos that it says. So I have measured them and listed the measurements on the website. The spec sheet also says it's a John Cruise master build. I did query this with Fender. They seemed convinced that that's what it was, and that it was the right spec sheet. But anyway, that's by the by. The spec of it is very, very authentic for a 62. So we've got the mint green guard and plastics, custom shop, 60s pickups. As I say, the vintage frets, and I think it is a vintage 7¼ radius. That's what it feels like. Haven't actually measured it, to be honest. I'll just give it a bit of a play acoustically first. As you can hear, it's got a lovely sort of rich resonance, fantastic natural tone, which is always good. Good sustain. That's always a good way to tell whether whether a guitar's been made from decent woods, and with a custom shop they obviously select decent cuts of wood. Weight is 7 pounds 11 ounces, so not super light for a Strat, but it's well balanced and it's not too heavy. So let's fire it up a little bit. We've got it going into this vintage Fender amp behind me. So in terms of the tones, it's just classic sort of 60s vintage Strat tones. In terms of what we've done to this Strat, we've taken it to pieces, we've given it a full setup, it's had the frets levelled, there's tons of life left in the frets, and the action is nice and low, we don't get any choking out up in the higher register. Nice and clear still, so setup's about as good as it gets. If we apply some overdrive, so thanks for tuning in. Fantastic guitar overall, and as with all things Fender master build, absolutely superb quality. I'm very happy with it. So I'll see you in the next video.